on this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding what womanhood is.
I agree.
If you're gonna talk about a community that you're not a part of, at least have someone in that community talk about it for themselves. Hey guys, it's Cleveland. I feel like, I don't know if it's just in America, the US of A, but I regret to inform you our education system has failed a lot of us. Now, I made a video trying to explain what cis means. C-I-S, cis, cisgendered. I made 2 videos trying to explain it. And I want to just show you guys the exhibit A and B on my explanations of these videos. So first, I'm going to go with exhibit A, just 6 seconds.
I'm a woman, I'm not a cis woman. Gives the same as, I'm straight, not heterosexual.
And a lot of people are up in a tizzy. Some people are up in a tizzy about that video. I wanted to make that video because I keep seeing people online being upset at the word cis and even going as far to say that it is a slur. You guys, come on, you guys, come on. You can't be doing this to me. It's embarrassing, please. So that's exhibit A. Let me show you exhibit B because exhibit A got so much attention and traction. I was like, okay, for the people who genuinely don't understand or maybe even want to understand, let me try to break it down for them. Let me try to make a nice explanation video, right? So let me show you exhibit B.
I'm not a cis woman, I'm a woman. Stop with the new words, I'm the original. Well, the use of cis and trans is in reference to gender, which goes back as early as 1914 in sexological literature. So y'all want us to respect your pronouns, but when it comes to us, you can't just refer to me as a woman instead of a cis woman. Why would I respect your pronouns? You don't respect. So the term cis is not the same as pronouns. Cis is an adjective, and an adjective is a word that describes or modifies a noun or pronoun. No, this is some new shit that y'all wanted to bring up from the 90s that was being said. I'm a fucking woman. What you're referring to that was discovered in the 90s was actually the term cisgender, which is where you identify with the sex you were assigned with at birth. No one is going out in the wild and saying, hello, cis woman. It is not something that is degrading or something that someone is trying to push a label onto. It is purely just a terminological, factual word that can be used. My doctor has never referred to me as a cis woman. Y'all always make shit up. What context would your doctor have to refer to you as a cis woman? And a lot of the time, the context of using the word cis is to differentiate between someone who is trans and someone who identifies with their sex they were assigned with at birth. So news flash, if you are upset about the word cis being used to describe your sex that you were assigned with at birth and you don't like that, you don't want that to be used, what is the opposite of cis? What is the opposite of identifying as the sex you were assigned with at birth? So like
If you don't know who Afualo is, she got her following and a lot of her gains from her videos of calling out men and their insane ways. Now she also has a podcast, and on her podcast she brought on this person, I believe their name is ER, and apparently they were also an actor in Grey's Anatomy, but she has a podcast. She brought them on and they were having a discussion. I did not watch the actual clip. Well, I didn't watch the actual full podcast episode. I've only ever seen the actual clip that's like surfacing around online. So let me show you guys that clip as well, because people are taking my videos and correlating them to her video. And I guess I'm a pick me now? I don't know. So let me just show you. Let me show you.
On this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding what womanhood is.
I agree.
Did you watch that? Because I did. So in my videos, I was genuinely just trying to explain that cis is not like a pronoun and it shouldn't be treated as such, because a lot of the same argument that I keep seeing on my end is just respect what I want to be called. I respect y'all's identities. I respect when you want to be referred to as your little pronouns. So respect my label. I'm just a woman. I'm not cis, I'm a woman. So actually cis is an adjective. And so actually an adjective can like describe a noun or pronoun. And so actually it's not a label, and actually it's not a noun, it's not something like, so actually let's reel it in. Now that clip, I never once made a video about that clip. I never once put my opinion online about that said clip. Never. once. But for some reason in my comment section, it's constant, okay, I hope Drew picked you. Respect my effing womanhood. I said what I said. I don't care that it's on an ancient scroll or if it's from 1914. I don't want to be called that. And you know that we don't even use that. So why would you call me that anyway? Refer to me as a woman. Girl, you know what's even funnier? When you know no one actually watched a video that you made, because the same points that they are trying to bring up, you already addressed actually. Actually, you already addressed it. Because in the TikTok that I just showed you that I created, literally this is all happening within the span of days. The first one I made 2 days ago. Second one I made yesterday, and it is still, so here's what I want to say. People just want to argue. People just want something to be upset about. They don't care to actually listen and understand what you're trying to explain. Because one of the examples I used in my video when I was trying to explain the rebuttals is the rebuttal of, well, my doctor doesn't refer to me as a cis woman, so you can't say that it's used in the medical field. In the video, I quite literally said, in what context would your doctor have to refer to you as a cis woman if it is not in regards to differentiating trans from cis? Because what's the opposite of trans? You're the sex you were assigned at birth, right? So what's the opposite of cis? I hear nothing. And when I try to make something educational, because maybe there are people that don't want to be stubborn and actually want to learn, because so far I've only seen two. I've only seen two people out of the thousands of comments I have in both of those videos of people trying to genuinely understand the difference and trying to not seem bigoted. Because that's what a lot of people are doing. A lot of people's transphobia is coming out really, really hard right now. Because when that video and that clip resurfaced from her podcast, a lot of trans women got a lot of hate. Like, they're the ones taking a lot of the brunt of it. I don't really see cis women taking the brunt of that. I do see cis women taking that and being really upset because they feel like, who are you to say this group of people have more experience of womanhood for me? I'm a woman. How are you gonna tell me? You know what I mean? So it's like, I can definitely understand the frustration behind that. But I am also aware that Drew made a couple of follow-up videos. One of those videos explaining that she was trying to express it was just her opinion and how she felt, and that she understands how it could have been worded differently, but it was just her honest opinion. And to that I say, which I've seen people say as well, if you're gonna talk about a community that you're not a part of, at least have someone in that community talk about it for themselves. Because you can't have two people who were born female at birth and then refer to the trans women who were not born female at birth and instead transitioned into that because that's what they feel they most align with. They've always felt that has always been a part of them. That's fine. But the issue comes when a lot of cis women are not going out of their way to actually like listen. It's just, they just want to be angry because you can't take, like, I can understand being frustrated with the clip because it was not worded well whatsoever, and it can take you aback. Like, okay, like, what does that mean? But then at the same time, you have to think to yourself, why are you getting so offended? Why are you getting so upset about an opinion that someone has made that you don't agree with? It's okay to not agree with it and then still go on with your day. That's totally fine. But to drag it to the extent to make it seem like you are owed an apology because of someone's opinion, you know, it's not something I would understand if it was completely directed. You know what I mean? If it was like, you cis women don't understand anything and only trans women understand, and I will stand on that hill and die on it. I don't think that's what's being said, and if it is, maybe I'm not understanding it, let me know. But from what I see is someone just stated their opinion, and now people are taking that opinion personally and taking that opinion as a statement and as fact. And they're being really upset saying, don't refer to me as cis, you said they're better than us, we're the originals. Listen, that type of talk and that type of rhetoric is exactly why we will never be on the same level. Because why do you feel like you are more superior than a trans woman just because you were born female at birth? No one is more superior. And you, if you want to be transphobic and say, well, they're still not a woman, that's you. Don't watch the video. I don't know what to tell you. Like, leave me alone. But at the end of the day, if it's something that bothers you, something you don't agree with, like, people really need to learn how to just like let go, you know? Like, I only ever comment on someone's video to either like hype them up, give them advice, or answer a question they had in the video that they made. That's literally it. If someone makes a video and it's something that I genuinely really do not like with all of my heart, you know what I do? I hit not interested, I scroll. I don't engage, because when you engage, your FYP is gonna think, oh my God, they love this shit. Let me give them more. And they're gonna keep getting more. And then I'm gonna keep getting comments saying, what the fuck is wrong with my FYP? Maybe because you keep commenting shit like that on videos that you apparently don't like, but you keep engaging with. It makes no sense. Anyways, sorry for the babbling, guys. I don't understand this need to like be right, to be respected, quote unquote, because like I said in my video as well, no one is going out in the wild and saying, hello, cis woman. And honestly, as a cis woman, if someone came up to me and said that, it would not shake me. It would not harm me. I would not say, oh my God, they just called me the N-word, they just called me a slur. No, I'm just gonna be like, what's up? Like, interesting way to say that, but hello. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, why are you so upset? Someone even went out of their way to comment on my video saying, call me cis and see what happens. Oh, why I oughta. Like, bro, I don't know you. Why would I respect you? I don't know you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you. If you see an educational video trying to let you know that a term is just a term that is used in certain contexts, that is it. No one is calling you that. Why are you still going out of your way to double down and be upset and pissy saying, oh, you're not cisgender. Oh, I'm a woman. Oh my God, like grow up, truly grow up. How will we ever progress or go anywhere in life if we keep repeating these same tactics? Because something that I keep seeing on my comments as well is how people are saying, this is reminding them how about 20 plus years ago when straight, I guess, was like a thing. People were like, don't refer to me as straight, I'm normal. I'm not straight, I'm normal. Now we have the cis and it's like, I'm not cis, I'm a woman. I'm the original, I'm normal. It's just so tired. Are you guys not tired? What are you really gaining from this? You know, like just accept that it is a term. That's just what it is. No one's calling you that. And if you tell someone, hey, don't refer to me as cis, just respect that. Okay. Okay. Like I can understand that in person if someone is genuinely trying to refer to you as that and you don't want that and you want that to be respected. I mean, like it still doesn't make sense, but okay. You know, it could be respected. But I trust you, that person scratching their head like, all right, I guess, you know, because like I said in the video as well, if you are not cis, if you are not the sex you were assigned with that birth, then what are you? You're either non-binary or you're trans, babe. Like, and you don't want to be called that either because you're going to take that and be even more upset. You're going to take that and be even more like, why are you calling me that? Because you said you don't want to be called cis, so what do you want to be called? It's crickets. I don't hear shit. Because you just want to argue. You just want to be upset with something. You just want to feel like, oh my God, yes, women are being targeted. All women, trans women and cis women. Oh, don't even let me forget the fact that women are now commenting on my videos saying, no one ever uses this rhetoric for men. No one ever calls trans men or calls men cis. Yes, they do actually. Yes, they do. And there are a plethora of cis men that have to make sure they know like, hey, yeah, I'm cis. There are so many instances where men also have to say they are cis men. Just because it didn't happen to you or your bestie or someone you know does not mean it didn't happen. And that's another thing people need to understand. Just because something that you don't see or something that you don't know happens doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So it's like, just because you're not in the wild hearing men being like, yeah, I'm a cis man, doesn't mean that's not actually happening. It is not only women. They're like, why do we keep talking about only women? We keep beating up only women. And no, we don't have these terms for men. We do, because it's unisex, because it goes for everyone. You are the sex you were assigned at birth, no matter what that was. No matter what that was. Oh my God, are you serious? Are you okay? Are you guys okay right now? That's how it genuinely feels, and it made me feel like I was genuinely losing my mind. So this video, do not comment if you are just going to repeat the same things that everyone else has been continuously saying and recycling throughout the video that I already said. If you are only gonna watch to pick and choose what you want to hear and get upset about and comment about that, then like, I don't know, maybe my videos just aren't for you, and that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to go out of your way and do all these extra things. If you don't like me, that's okay. Go on. You can scroll. That's fine. Because that's what I do too. But what I don't do is stir up a lot of crazy shit and start to sound like a bigot. Like genuinely, why are you sounding like boomers? Ooh, don't call me a boomer. That's what they used to do. But guess what, bitch? It's the generation you were in. It is just what that's called. Oh my God. So when I say that, unfortunately, the education system has failed a lot of us, it's because a lot of people are comparing an adjective to a noun. And that's sad. And that's disappointing. I would like to preface, I also understand the frustrations a lot of cis women may have with Drew, because when they tried saying the same things that I said, like maybe it was misinterpreted, but at the same time, okay, let me backtrack. So when people were commenting when this clip resurfaced on Drew's account, a lot of cis women were upset, and they were saying, they were trying to explain how it wasn't okay to say and how it should have been said differently. And a lot of them feel like they were just met with nothing but aggression and being called a TERF. A TERF is basically when you're a feminist, but you don't include trans women in your feminism. Period, point blank. And I will say, to be fair, she was calling a lot of people TERFs. And I can acknowledge that, and I can understand why people are so angry and people are so upset, and people feel like they deserve an apology. I have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, there, at that point, that's like, I mean, everything is out of your control. You only have control over you at the end of the day. People need to remember that. But I can still understand. And that is what I mean when I say I can understand the misinterpretation of the clip, how it didn't have to be said in general in that way or at all. And I can also understand everyone's frustration, especially with women of color. I see a lot of women of color that's also really frustrated and feel like they deserve an apology as well. So there's a lot. That's what I mean when I say there's a lot. Like, I can genuinely see how it could have been worded differently and how it shouldn't have been said in that way, and how the whole environment, everything should have been done in an entirely different manner altogether. And I can also understand the frustrations of a lot of people, including cis women, who are upset that they were genuinely attacked even though they were fans of her. And then, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people were upset because she refers to a lot of people as TERFs, and people feel like that's like her only like gotcha. And even when they try, in her apology video, people said like, I said the exact same thing you said in your apology video and I still got called a TERF, or I still got blocked. And then to this day, they're still getting blocked or being called a TERF. That don't got shit to do with me. That don't got shit to do with me, because I never made I never made a statement about the clip in the first place. So, but I did want to add that in and say that, because I see you. I do. I understand. I do. I am just trying to elaborate. Okay. My videos didn't even talk about Drew's clip that resurfaced, yet I was still brought into it anyway. Yet I was still receiving comments saying, I hope she picks you anyway, or talking about womanhood. I'm talking about cis. That's it. I'm just explaining the term cis, and then you're commenting about her clip and about womanhood. When did I talk about that? When did I talk about that? Because if someone's opinion on how they view their womanhood and how they view someone else's womanhood affects you, people really need to learn how to separate themselves from certain conversations or just from certain environments, because you should not always take things personally. That is an issue. That is a problem, and you will not go far if you keep moving like that. If someone makes a video about something, you don't agree with it, why are you now personalizing that as an attack to you? They didn't say your name. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. There are certain conversations that really shouldn't be had at all, because no one actually wants to understand. No one wants to listen to understand or to learn. They want to listen to hear what they want and then reply. That is it. They're listening to answer. They're not listening to comprehend or understand. That is all. That is it. And it really sucks, because lately a lot of people have been saying the same things about how the internet is not even about community anymore. It's just about wanting to be right or wrong or for clicks. And that's honestly true. But let me reassure you, I genuinely want community. That is the whole reason I'm doing this. I like doing it, and I like when people engage. And I like when I hear what you have to say. That's cool, that's fun, cool for the next one. You know what I mean? Like, I like the idea of community. I would like to still have community, even if it seems slim to none with how everything is nowadays, especially with the internet. I still want that. So if you still want that, I want that too. Subscribe and stick around for more. Subtle plug. Oh my god. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please let me know your own thoughts and opinions, and if you understand where I'm coming from, because I can truly understand where a lot of cis women are coming from with being upset, but I can also see the side of them taking it the wrong way and personalizing that for themselves. So it can be like, so I'm just curious, like, which one. Like, there's not like a side to pick, but it's like, are you actually listening to like learn and understand, or are you just gonna comment the same things? I don't know. But with that said, I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.